already?
Yeah, this is all you tell. Let's tell your story.
All right.
Like you just take it because the way you've been emailing me some amazing things. Your music stories are great, and I just want you to share them with everybody because it's a great thing to hear.
All right. So this is kind of. I won't go like Uber like back in back in time.
Okay.
A young man, fourth grade. Like no, I started playing drums at a very young age. It was right around fourth grade. Yeah, we moved from a little town called Algonquin, Illinois.
I've never heard
No,
of that
oh
one.
yeah, it's
A hamlet.
yeah, it was like 800 people. It was on the Fox River. Like that was a big thing. But yeah, I was born in Nebraska, moved to Iowa, moved around a bunch of times there, then to Illinois, and like my parents kept like getting promoted like with their job.
Oh, what do they do?
They were in with a company called Avco Financial Services.
Okay.
So like loans and whatnot.
Okay.
I don't know. All I know is they were doing well because we kept moving.
All right then.
But yeah, we moved down here and then I just started playing. My neighbor was a guy named Matt Bolin, and he like had me over one night. And he had this like a white Ludwig Rockers drum set, which I was like, oh, that's cool. And he had like this guitar that had 3 strings on it. And
Three strings?
Yeah, 3 strings. Yeah, we had like the highest quality of gear. And he's like, I could play this Poison tune on my, and I'm
Yes.
like, yeah. I was like, sweet. And he's like, you'll be the drummer. I'm like, yeah, because I'm in 4th grade. I totally know what I'm doing. I never played a day in my life. So I like sat down and boom, chick, and hit the cymbal and like fell over, and that was my impressive debut right
That
there.
sounds about right.
Yeah, I went strong right away. I got on like the formal lesson route and started doing that, and I kind of like gravitated to it. I tried basketball. I sucked. I tried baseball. I got hit by the ball my very first at bat. So I was just like, I think I'm done with that one.
Done.
Yeah, I was done. So music was like kind of like my thing, and then I kind of got into like the school band type thing in middle school, and so the formal lesson stuff, I was like enjoying it, and we're doing like rock and basically anything in 4/4 time signature. It wasn't like anything like extravagant. I got into this thing called jazz band.
Okay.
And I was like, well, this is kind of cool, and there's something weird about this music because this isn't Poison or Rat or Dawkins. Like it wasn't anything like 80s rock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. And then I gravitated towards that. Well, then I got went to high school, did like marching band, and that was when I kind of started taking off. Like I got really good really quick.
What were you playing?
Just drum set.
Okay.
Just hours upon hours of drum set. And I'd go to like, believe it or not, there's a thing called like percussion camp. So you like,
I believe it.
Like a couple hundred of just like percussionists all in a room, like it just beat on walls, like anything. Like, so we'd do that, and then I just would come home like on Fridays and Saturdays, and everyone's like out partying and doing the stuff, and I'm like the dork in my room, like I got to learn this album tonight.
That's when you know you're meant to be.
Yeah, I was like,
a musician.
And I have to take it from the CD and put it on the tape because if you hit the snare too hard, the CD would skip. So you're like, damn it. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna drop some stuff. So no
that
offense.
Shows our age right there. Cassette, DVD.
Yeah,
I'm
was
with
like,
you.
all right, if I put it on cassette, I won't do that. So I would do that, and I would like, all right, tonight we're gonna learn Blood Sugar Sex Magic album, and I would just listen. Like there was no YouTube, there was no Google, there was no nothing. Like it was your ears.
That
like,
says a lot.
Yeah, so you're like, I gotta learn this because there's a little ghost note and you're picking all this stuff up.
Do you read music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I was doing marching band, and that was going well. So then there's this thing called Drum Corps International. All right. So
what was it? Drum what?
Drum Corps International.
Okay,
it's called DCI.
Gotcha.
So and everyone's probably like, what is DCI? So okay, so there's marching band level, right? We'll call that like the little league.
Okay.
Right. And then you get out of that, and then that goes into like collegiate level. All right. So then it's kind of after that, this is like the major league. So got into that. At the time, most people were like 19, 20 that were doing that. You pay them to go do it. You have to audition, and hopefully you get your number called, and you're just doing that stuff, and you're on the road all summer. Like it's a summer tour. You're going up there like in the wintertime, 1 weekend a month for camps.
Is auditioning, is that intimidating?
Yeah.
I would say that'd be pretty scary.
Particularly because it's not like, it wasn't here in Terre Haute. Like it was,
right.
I went to one in Ohio. I went to one in Iowa, and then I went to one up in Wisconsin, which is where I ended up.
That's how you know you're kind of the real deal because there's no bias.
Yeah.
You got that on your own.
Yeah. Like you got like the information. It's like, okay, you're learning it all by yourself.
Yeah.
And so um I was a junior in high school. So when I turned 16, I was doing auditions, and um I made it, and I was like, okay. So my parents literally like would put me on an airplane, fly me to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then someone would pick me up from there to go down to La Crosse, Wisconsin. So I was just like, this is wild. Like, no cell phone. I had no cell phone.
16. I know those days were
Yeah,
crazy.
and they're like, off you go, love. Cheers, mate. And there I went. And so I'm up there doing the thing, and
So you're touring at 16, basically.
yeah, yeah,
That's
all through the United States and up in Canada, which was pretty cool, by the way. Like
at 16.
at 16, yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, you're just out there doing that, and I went back my senior year, which is when I was like, I'm not a mathematical genius, like at all.
I don't do numbers.
I'm terrible at numbers. I know he's a numbers guy.
Yes,
Like,
he
I know
is.
that.
Yes, he is.
But I'm terrible at it. So I had a pre-algebra 2 years, and then I had algebra 1 2 years.
Yeah.
And then they gave me the same teacher.
Oh no.
It was Mr. Stern. Like, God love the guy, God bless him. But so I'm getting ready to graduate, like allegedly, like graduate. I'm like, I'm gonna graduate, right? Like, I'm stacked with like 4 or 5 band classes. Like, my GPA is pretty solid, but
this damn math class,
man, like and he would call me out. He's just like, oh, we're not gonna go on until Jeff knows the answer. I was like, Jeff ain't gonna know the answer.
That
dog. Like,
would put. I don't like that.
and then
at
he's
all.
like, come up to the board, and everyone's like, dude, 7. It's the answer 7.
Just say 7, Jeff.
And I'm like, 7? How'd you come up with the answer?
Shit.
Johnny told me.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Can we
sorry,
please
bro.
ring the bell?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get up out of here.
I was the same way in college. I did not make it past algebra half, and I had a 3.65 because I was in criminal. Like, I wanted to be in the FBI. So I was acing all of my criminology classes, my social classes, my psychology classes. But then this algebra half, I had to work so hard to get past it because I did. Why are there letters with this number?
What do I need that for?
You don't. That's what drives me nuts. I'm with you. I am totally with you. Anyway, I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, and they're like, well, you're not going to be able to walk around with a calculator in your
Well,
pocket all the time. I'm
okay.
like, oh yeah,
Oh, check out my phone.
Where are we at now?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
where
the
are we
thing
at
that
now?
made it worse is that it was in like this big lecture hall, and it was this Asian man who barely spoke English teaching math. And I'm like, first of all, you may as well just be speaking your native tongue because I'm not going to understand anything anyway because it's numbers.
Yeah, no,
it was awful.
I don't get it.
So yes, you're.
Yeah. So he like, I had to take all these finals, and because you had to take finals at that point. So his was the very last one, and everyone's like, yo, like, I can't go to summer school, dog. Like, I'm contracted. Like, I got a report, and I had to take my finals early because I had to be up there at the beginning of May. That was when. And he didn't graduate till June.
Right.
So everyone signed off. I had to do all the stuff early. It was a lot of workload. And it reminds me of Fast Times at Ridgemont High with Mr. Hand. Like that. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't Spicoli. I mean, whatever. Yeah, whatever. So, but he took me outside, and we're sitting on the curb, like where at the time it was like the bus pickup line and drop off, and I'm sitting out there, and he just was talking to me like, "What'd you learn in my class?" I wanted to be like, oh, damn thing, dog. I learned how to be confused.
Right.
That I learned that I'm not good at math.
Yes.
He's just like, no, you're not great at math yet, but you can be. Talking about applying myself. I'm
oh
like,
God, that story. I don't.
And I'm just sitting here listening, like, And I had one of them like cool Casio watches.
Yeah.
I wasn't like bougie. I couldn't have like a Swatch. I wasn't that special. Y'all know what a Swatch watch is.
Yeah.
Google that thing, because those things are bad to the bone, man.
That's hysterical.
Oh
my God, you're bringing back some memories.
I'm going there. I'm going places. So I'm sitting here, and I'm looking. I was like, school's almost out. I haven't touched this.
Right.
I was like, what do I do with this? He's like, just put your name at the top. And I was like, am I going to be okay? Like, I need to know. He's just like, I think you're going to be just fine. And I said, well, that sounds good. And I said, that's my final. He's just like, that's it. I was like, oh.
That was a very generous teacher.
Yeah, I was like, you all right? Like, I had you pinned a totally different way.
Yes.
Like, I thought we was going to go that direction, but
right.
So I'm literally, it was in Council Bluffs, Iowa. That was where we were at, and we were on our way back to La Crosse, Wisconsin, because we did like a couple shows there. Went back to La Crosse, which is where we were housed out of, and I had to fly home for graduation.
Oh my
God. Like, I flew home, graduation, boom. No walkthrough, just, all right, cool. Yep, how's it going? Yep, Jeff Winchester. Yep, cool. All right, hey, Mr. Stern, what's up, doc? Like, hey, I love you, thank you. I'm out doing the stuff. I'm doing the things. I I got an airplane. Like I gotta go.
So
like,
you graduated, walked, and then rolled out.
and then got back, flew back up,
Oh
and
my!
then met back up with the group,
And
and
you're
then
18, and then you've been doing this for 2 years.
this was year 2.
Wow.
Yeah, this was year 2, and then got to see like a lot of country and like a lot of small towns. I mean, kind of like ghostly towns. Like you're in these like Amish communities. That's
Mm-hmm.
just crazy.
Has Reggie ever told you the story about whenever he played at Sullivan, Illinois?
No.
Let him tell you that's right. I can't ever tell his stories as great as he does because he makes you feel there. He puts you in the rooms. You've got to. Basically, he played for a bunch of vampires.
Oh.
It's the weirdest, whacked out story. I'm sure you've got stories from the road.
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring it.
Yeah.
Give me a story because those road stories are nuts.
Oh, so I'm gonna try to like. Okay, there's a lot that we can go through, but
yeah, you can say anything here. Safe space.
So this will kind of segue. We'll kind of go back and go
sure.
around. So we're down in Richmond, Kentucky. This was a show we were doing down there, and some bar, some venue, whatever it was, and they had this thing called a green room. All right, I didn't know what a green room was. I had no idea. I just did my thing, and it was like the opening act and us, and then this group called Crossfade. I didn't know who Crossfade was. I had asked the guy, I'm a jazz drummer. Like I play jazz. Like I was what I went to college for. I was what I was good at.
Yeah. And you know Doc and Eric, right?
Doc,
the piano player at Stables. I don't know.
Doc
Smidley?
Spicknell.
Say his last name again?
Spicknell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Do you know Eric Schatz?
I know Eric Schatz, yeah.
Yeah, he's super sweet. They used to play at Stables when I worked there a million years ago. That's how I met them.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's
small
wild.
world stuff, right? Anyway,
yeah.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
So we're down there, and like I had just gotten married, and we're doing, and it ended up being the last show I ever did with that group. And I'm like, this was like when my back was like, I was in pain. Like I was hurting. I was in pain.
So do you want to circle back to that where the back pain came from, or do you?
Yeah, I'll come back to that.
Okay.
I'll come back to that. But the bass player, he had just gotten married, and I'm like, my wife's pregnant, like kid on the way, and I was not in a great place. So we're down there, and there's all these people, and there's girls, and there's just stupidity, and I'm like looking at him, and we're sitting in this couch, like you could tell, like. We weren't drinking. We weren't doing anything. Like
you weren't
the
stereotypical, like we're
rock
to do stars on the road,
right?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, "I'm fine," and I'm not a dick, but I'm just like, "I'm fine. I'm not interested."
Respectfully, thank you for the compliment. Move on down the road.
That's good. So goes to the bass player, and he's just like, "No, like we're good."
You're like this.
Yeah. So. Same girl, and I'm talking to the singer because I'm like, yo, man, like, I'm just trying to tell you, like, you don't want to. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
So
you're warning him about the gal.
No, yeah, no.
Why is it always the lead singer? That's the most drama, Reggie, dude. It's always the lead singer. The front men are the worst.
Yeah, I told him I was like, it's LSD, lead singer disease.
Dude,
like it's a thing, man.
It is a thing.
So I went to where the restroom was.
You're in bands, you know.
There was no door. Yeah. All right, so it was like a sink, a toilet, and then this tub shower looking thing. I shit you not, man. I'm just like, I really have to go. Like I had to pee bad.
Yeah.
So someone's on the toilet. I was like, I'll just go over here. I literally peed in the shower. That girl was sitting on the sink.
Stop.
And I'm like, she had like a white dress, and she was white, like ghost white, and she had these white underwear on. I was like,
I was like, what are you doing in here?
I was like, yeah, you nasty. Breaks the sink off. And she's like, and she was hammered, and there's water, and I'm like, gee, I'm out.
That's so sloppy.
So I went to the singer. I was like, yo, I'm telling you, man.
Don't do
I've
this.
seen it. You don't want that. Like, help me help you. I'm just trying to do the Lord's work over here for you, man. And we go downstairs.
He's not having. No. You can't hear him, or like he can't hear you over his penis talking.
No,
basically.
I'll be fine. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So me and the bass player went downstairs. We sat and we watched a Notre Dame game.
Nice.
Like, we were watching that, and we went and played. Got done, and went back to that bar spot and finished watching whatever mindless game was on then. I ended up talking to this guy who was an elevator repairman.
That's interesting.
Can't make the stuff up. Elevator repairman.
I love road stories.
And I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I want to go home. I'm done with this. I don't need this. This lifestyle is not good for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is not good for me. I don't want to be around this.
It's dark.
Yeah. And if you allow that, dude, it's bad. Mm-hmm. It's a lonely place. was like, where are you going? He's like, I gotta go to Indianapolis. I was like, oh, because my car was parked up in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, when you got to do that? He's like, I got to be there tomorrow. They got an emergency call at XYZ company. And I was like, can you give me a ride? He's like, what? I was like, can you give me a ride? I was like, I got all that shit over there, like all my drums. Like, he's like, yeah.
Will you please take me
He's
home?
like, sure. And I was like, awesome. I loaded that night, like loaded all my stuff. I put it inside this dude's elevator repair truck and off from Richmond, Kentucky to Indianapolis.
How old were you when that happened?
Oh, 25, 26.
So you grew up quick. Most 25, 26-year-olds that are on the road, they're with the girl on the sink.
Yeah, I got married in 06, so and that was 06, 07.
Yeah,
it was 06, yeah. So about that time.
Nice.
Yeah, bolted, loaded all my stuff in my Chrysler LeBaron.
I remember those.
Classic car. Reminds me of Freddy Got Fingered. Where's your LeBaron? If you've never seen that, it's a fantastically stupid movie.
It just went right over my head, but I gotta watch it.
Oh, you gotta see it. You gotta see it. It's Tom Green. Any rate, so I pulled it home, and wife's like, "What is going on right now?" And I was like, "I quit. I'm done." And that was it.
Was the band pissed?
Oh yeah, yeah. We had like studio coming up, and we had like tracks to finish.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, how much razz did you get for that?
A lot. The guitarist was like, hey man, how come you're not coming up here and doing these songs? I'm like, I'm done, dude. I'm done.
I think band boys, in my opinion, like they are worse than women. Because I've seen Reggie. Dude, for real, I've seen Reggie go through some petty shit with his bandmates, members, whatever. And it's always frontman bullshit. Always frontman bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's just drama. Yeah,
there always has to be something.
There's always that one guy that just like ruins everything. And there's fighting. And then like once you grow out of that drunken phase or the party phase and everybody else is still in it, and you grow up quicker, for lack of better terms, you're the bad guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're the bad
guy. But it made for great times though.
Oh, I know.
When you're on the road and you're playing shows and you're doing the stuff and it's super fun and it's just like you and the guys, all right? It's the shows are one thing. The shows really are one thing. It's the time like in the van or whatever you're in, like that's the fun. Like that's the good stuff.
The bonding.
Yeah, just
the eating food out of a can.
Yeah,
but you're just living large. You know,
got
that's
this giant ear hair that you don't even know it's there. I'm gonna rip it out real quick.
Right?
What do you do? Like that stuff, or like the night drive. You're driving from like Chicago back to Indy or wherever, and it's like someone has to stay up and keep XYZ person awake, and like they said the most random shit. Like you're driving and.
I'm so sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I thought I was about to sneeze. I didn't want to ruin the story.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
I thought it was like, oh my God, I'm certified. I'm certified.
This is gonna be really loud. Man, I don't know. It just disappeared. I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
Ice watering.
Don't
It was
grip it and rip it, man.
Dude, I was about to have it.
You scared me. I thought I was gonna have to like jump on your chest. But like, are you okay?
Yeah.
So you talked about crossfade, which is a very short-lived time for them.
Yeah.
I mean, when they're because they all live in the same house. When their house burnt down, they didn't have enough money to get new stuff. That's where crossfade later on just went out, and they didn't realize how big of a fan base they had. Which later on, like
I had no idea who they were.
Yeah, their fame didn't come until way after they were done.
Really?
Yeah, they one of their songs got put on like a dirt bike video game, and then that whole one record blew up, and then they were just done.
It was that
that seems unfair.
So cold. What? Yeah.
That was their big, and that there's a couple on that record. But again, like that fame that came out, like they were done before that fame hit.
So even though they're not doing music, they're famous now.
Huge. Well, they just came back a year ago.
I have no idea.
They came back a year ago, played some festivals, and it was really bad.
Oh.
Yeah, they weren't good live.
That's too bad.
Do you know who was bad? Well, I didn't see him live, but I saw him live doing a live show on TV. I've mentioned it on the show before. And I know Bono's the coolest guy in the world. But did you see that? Like,
no, I watched that episode where you were talking about that.
It was so disappointing.
Yeah.
It was so like, Bono, really? You suck.
Yeah.
You suck. And then watching Phil Collins breaks my heart, like because he's getting so old.
Yeah, he's just a shell of himself.
I know.
He looks like an old turtle.
I know. Bless his heart.
Like an old little Koopa thing, like from Mario.
Okay, now that's funny.
Kind of walking around.
That's funny because it's true, but we're so mean. We're gonna burn for that. We're gonna get struck by lightning.
Yeah, no.
What about Ozzy? How'd you feel when that happened?
I was kind of not surprised. I honestly was like, I'm glad you made it as long as you did.
For real. And he got to do that last show. That was so beautiful.
And it was hard for me to watch that because you could see him like wanting,
wanting to stand up
and
and
they
rock.
had him like strapped. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
But you know, you had it still in him, that passion,
Yeah,
that
it was
fire.
still there.
That
Like,
was a beautiful thing.
and I've seen him live like 3 different
You
times.
did?
And, yeah, at the Ozfest.
Nice.
And he would come out and
Yeah, I
know. I'm
The
like,
whole time.
yeah,
The whole
scream
time.
for Ozzy. Ha ha ha. Like,
That's perfection.
I'm like, this guy, okay, that's
so
good for you. And he's like, I ain't gonna play so crazy babies. Ha 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 ha.
Everyone's just like,
I was like, are we playing Crazy Baby? Oh, they are. I was like, this is a great tune.
funny. Oh my god. What's your favorite road story?
It was a total dumb one.
It's gonna be good though. You know it is.
You're getting loaded, and it was part of.
That's part of it.
It was part of it.
You just drink about it.
And I hadn't like proposed to my wife. Like, I hadn't gone there, and she had come up to a show. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me.
Oh no.
But this is why it's so great. She'd come up to the show, and I didn't know she was coming. Like, I had no idea. She somehow worked it out, and she obviously lived in Clinton her entire life. She moved 3 times. It was down the same driveway. Like, so driving in Indianapolis for her was like
intimidating.
Yeah, and we were gone for a couple weeks, and then just random place. And all I knew was like we came back, and we had to finish at the Emerson, and it was a big show for us.
I love that place.
And that was where we rehearsed. So that was like the coolest. We had a key. I was like,
you had a key to Emerson?
Yeah. So we would go there, and that was our rehearsal spot.
That's pretty
like, this
sweet.
is fantastic.
Wait, how often were you in India? I'm going to ask you a small world question.
Yeah.
Do you know a guy named Henry French?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I was just trying to test the small world waters there. Okay, he's a musician.
Okay.
In Indianapolis, has been for a very long time. He's super talented. So I
Yeah,
just thought maybe you might know him.
No.
Okay, so you have the key to the Emerson.
Yeah. So we get back, and then like there was this little bar around the corner. I'm like, oh, this is a terrible idea. So I was like, hey, what time do we got to be there? Like, trying to be the responsible one. Like, I'm on like day 9 of binge. Like, I need to sleep. Like,
yes, I need to hydrate.
All right, I'm not on detailed duty of watching, said person. So like, we got to be there. So wait, what time do we go on? It was like 10:30. I was like, what time we got to be there? They're like 4, and I was like, oh god.
Ew.
I know what this line check, sound check.
Oh.
Get everyone's gear stacked up so it's just on.
That's a lot.
So it just flows. And I was like, hey, we're gonna get hammered again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then here she came, and I was like,
oh, she surprised you.
Yeah, she had it worked out with I think it was the bass player, because he's the other responsible one. Not a slam on the guys, just fact.
There's always like one.
Yeah. So she brought another friend, and I was like, oh, this is great. And yeah, so she goes, and she just is like, dollar beverages.
Oh.
She's like, this is great. And I was like,
she was
oh,
ready
God.
to tie one on.
Oh boy, here we go. And
who are you babysitting tonight?
her and her friend. Yeah. And they had so much, and there was a group. I was like, hey, I'm gonna step back over. I'm gonna check these guys out, and I want to support them, because they're good, and they're guys, and we're friends. And I came back. She was hammered.
Yeah.
She was hammered.
Oh yeah.
And
she was having a good old time.
yeah. So I was like, hey, can you get her another? And the guy was like, no, man. I was like,
oh, he cut her off.
She ain't getting anything else until she eats something. I was like, well, what do you got? All right, this isn't a little fancy place. He's like, I got chips and I got corn dogs. I was like, I'll give her a couple corn dogs.
Oh, yeah.
And she's
fill her up
like,
with carbs. That's
yeah,
the way
trying to like,
it,
just having her corn dogs and everything. And her friend went outside. Oh, by the way, it was like butt-ass cold, like freezing cold.
Oh.
And her friend goes out there. She gets ill, and I'm like holding this, and
oh, you're holding
I
her
walk
hair.
back,
That's
yeah,
so
and
nice.
I walk back in, and I'm like, oh, I think she's gonna be done, and I was like, yeah, you are.
She's
done.
empty. We gotta go.
And the guys she's hanging out with them, and I look over, and I'm like, what is wrong with this dude? Like, what is wrong with this guy? And he's just staring at not my wife, but one of the other gals that was there, and he's like doing this, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she had a low cut top, and she was rather endowed, with her, area. And she had veins.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm following I-70. There's 460. I was like,
dear
holy
God.
shit. Okay, we're getting you out of here, but
we
like,
got to go before her claws.
Yeah. I was like, she was like, I don't get it. He's like, yeah, we're gonna call her road maps. I'm like, that is like oh my God.
So mean.
What is wrong with you guys?
Everything.
What is wrong with you?
Everything plus whiskey.
Yeah, so then I grabbed her and her friend, and I was like, okay, we're going to put you guys in the car. We go play the show. I come back outside. They had, like, gotten ill on the outside of the car, which was my mother-in-law's for the record.
Oh no.
And she needed it back the next day. And I'm like, they're not ever going to believe I wasn't drinking.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
and frozen yak on the outside of this car, like everywhere. And we finally got back, and it was like 4 a.m, 5 a.m. We get back, and she was
Passed out.
put her in there, and I was like, yo, you got to get up, like wakey wakey. And she was like,
No.
oh, what's going on? I was like, you need to clean this up. And she was like, you'll do it for me. I was like, yo, man, the day I puke in that car is the day I clean it up. I was like, that's yours. I ain't touching that.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, nothing but love, but I ain't touching that.
You're
And-
serious?
Yeah,
At
yeah.
5 a.m.?
No, I gave her till 7 a.m.
Oh, how kind.
Yeah, I'll let her get a little bit.
I'd be like, wait for it to
She's
rain.
out
I'm
there.
dying. I can't do
She
this.
like just frozen on the side, and
You had to scrape it.
yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of other stuff,
Oh,
but you
my-
kind of asked me one, and that's like one of my favorite ones. But
Well, what happened to your back?
so, long story short, I had doing drum corps. You're marching around with a drum.
How
on your
heavy
back.
is that, by the way?
They were 25 to 28 pounds, and you're at it 12 hours a day, and you're young and dumb, whatever, and you're rehearsing on concrete to then go do it like on a
In the heat, too. Did you have
Oh,
to wear
yeah.
your uniforms during rehearsal?
no.
Because I think that'd be pretty brutal. Aren't
No.
those like, they're just like made out of straight wool, aren't they? Aren't they like hella
It was
hot?
like polyester, which is much different now. Like
True.
everyone's using different stuff now, but
Yeah.
yeah, back then they were warm. But then there was also like no dress code. Like you could not do what we did then. Like you can't do that today. Like
right.
you just
Everything back in the
changed.
day just
yeah,
seems
you
so
just
much better.
changed. It's like okay, we're all adults here. Allegedly, maybe we're not. We're still kids, but it's like a boob's a boob, a butt's a butt. Like that, it's all it was.
Exactly.
Like
Your
you got
thing.
acclimated to it.
Yeah.
So I kind of had a little bit going on then, and just years of abuse of just playing drums. When I play, I don't like to sit here and
Right, you want to go nuts.
yeah, I
Travis
go.
Barker style.
Yeah, I just go, and it just kept jarring my back, and I was in so much pain. And I don't like doctors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like doctors.
That's fair.
So I went to this chiropractor. He was like, I was working, and I was go to this guy, and he's like, let's try a couple things. I said, that sounds good. And we had that going. And once we had kind of an idea, he was like, we're going to try a little bit more kind of therapy before otherwise you have to get an MRI. And I was like, all right. So they put me in this bed. It's like this little like recliner supposed to like do this and straighten you.
Oh, what are
straighten
those
you
called
out.
when they put you upside down or whatever?
We never did it right, man. I've gotten so hurt on those things. When you're a kid, you're like my friend's dad had one, and we didn't know you had to strap yourself in, so you're playing.
Oh,
on
you're
it,
bouncing
and
on your
then
head.
tips, and you just smack on the other side.
I don't know
Oh,
how boys survive their
we've done-
childhood,
I've
dude.
done
I
that like
really
4
don't.
times.
Yeah.
Do either one of you have a scar anywhere on your head from when you were a
absolutely.
childhood? Where's
I have
yours?
one right. It's either on this eyebrow or this one. I can't
Where's
remember.
Where's yours?
Side of my underneath here.
Yeah.
Every grown man I know has
Yeah.
got a scar on his face
Somewhere.
or head somewhere from whenever he was a little kid.
We were goofing off.
'Cause y'all are
and
crazy.
A buddy of mine, I threw him and he threw me, and I went right into the corner of the windowsill.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ow, did you get
So-
stitches?
No, I toughed it out. I put sugar in it to stop the blood.
You
And then-
put some
and then
dirt on
super glue.
it.
Sugar?
Sugar stops blood. Yep, it packs it. So if you were bleeding really bad, just put sugar in it, and the liquid will absorb and it'll melt. You know what I mean? And so it's not, and then it stops the bleeding, and it packs it in, and then you can just super glue.
I knew about the super glue, but the sugar, you learn something new every day. I've learned a lot today through these conversations
That's
I've had.
wild.
It is wild. Wow. Okay, so you're back. Damn, that
Yeah.
was crazy.
That is wild. Yeah, on the real.
You should
That's
just put sugar on your back.
It's good to
You
know
just
that-
stick it on there, super glue.
yeah.
You're fine.
I'm gonna keep sugar packets on me at all
The
times.
more I know
But it's
now.
also
The more you
it's the way
know.
play, but it's if we be honest, it's the loading and the unloading and the
Yeah.
setting up.
He's a
and,
drummer too.
When
Yeah.
you're hunched over with all the time, making sure everything's tightened well, and
Yeah.
it's a lot on your back.
It hurts.
Man.
It
Your
hurts,
body,
and
you got to make friends with the bass player.
Yeah.
You have the least, carry out.
Yep.
And hopefully they like you enough to help carry stuff out. But
Yeah.
At the time, they
God
just-
forbid the lead singer help you out.
Oh, they know.
I got my gear right here. Like,
yeah.
stop
It's
it.
like just walks off.
Stop it.
Usually, like before the show's over, they're gone. Like,
Yeah.
They're like, "Where's he?"
Are
at?
there
The
like
work's here.
barefoot around the bar, hitting on every girl
Yeah.
under the sun?
That,
Yeah.
That's my point. You
Mm.
see? That's full circle moment right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Girl, zinc, boom. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
exactly.
Yeah.
So they put me on this bed, and the goal is to get you like to 100%. It's where you're just playing flat.
Yeah.
And I and I'm crying. Like,
Oh man.
I'm like, okay. And he's like, we need to shut this down. And I was like, all right, like how far do we get? And he goes, 1%. And I was like,
And you're
this isn't good. And the goal was 100. He's like, yep. He's like, you need to go get an MRI. And I said, okay, that's awesome. So I got my walker. I, and I don't mean like a fancy where you got like the little handles,
yeah.
like the little brake, like a little scooter. No, I had like grandma's walker with the tennis balls. I had that.
Bless you.
And
that sucks.
my morale, I was just demoralized, and
that would be emasculating.
To top it off, I just quit the band recently.
Yeah.
All right.
There's always icing on the cake for a shitstorm. Like it just never
Wife
fails.
is just about 9 months pregnant.
Oh.
And I'm like, and she had a really tough pregnancy.
She did?
Yeah.
I hate to hear that.
It's just like iron issues and swelling. She was miserable. There's nothing you can do.
No, not really. Yeah.
So that I'd gone to get this MRI, and I'm like, all right, never had one, and which wasn't a terrible experience. I thought it would be worse.
Unless you're claustrophobic.
Yeah, I found that out a while back. I had another one done, but this one was bad, and I was like, okay, well, how bad can it be? Like they're gonna do this, and they'll do a couple
and
things.
This is all from being a drummer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it was L4 L5 disc, and so they get the reading back, and my chiropractor, God love the man, was like, yeah, look, okay, so I can't touch you. Like, this is a normal spine. This is your spine. All right. And something's going on here. He's like, and I can't touch you. I said, okay, well, what do we do now? He's like, you need to go see a specialist.
Surgery.
So I'm like, well, who should I go see?
Right.
He's like, I can't tell you who you can go see and who not to go see. I can make referrals or whatnot. I'm like, all right. But he was cool enough to be like, I had something one time. And I was like, oh, an opening.
Yes.
Okay, so I was like, I said something, and so he calls, sends a referral over, and I go in there, and there's like people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, and here comes my 20-year-old ass in there with, I was late 20s at that point, but on my walker, I'm like, my God, this is awful. And the guy saw me and was just like, okay, he was reading the stuff, and he goes, here's what we got. Your L4, L5 disc, each of your discs have, we'll call it like a cushion, like a gel pack. Like it's got a thing where it's kind of in between that. He's like, yeah, you don't have any of that. So you've been disc on disc. And
okay, that sounds awful.
I was like, okay. Like, and he was super chill, like awesome about it. And we were going through this, and he's like, we don't know the extent of the damage until we get in there. And I was like, okay. He's like, but they're just gone. Like they're just boom. Like it literally was like a pow.
What was the pain like? Was it sharp? Was it throbbing? Was it constant? Was it paralyzing?
You don't realize what your lower spine is connected to. Yeah. Like to sit down and use the bathroom was a chore.
Oh man.
Like you could not do anything.
How long?
I had that going on for about 4 months.
Oh, that's still a long
and
time.
it was a lot. So
and you have a pregnant wife.
Yeah.
Who is in misery.
Yeah. And to top it all off.
And you're both really young.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, so here's what we need to do. We need to have emergency surgery. And I was just like, all right, cool. When do we do that? My wife's 9 months pregnant. And he just like, that went right over his head. He's like, so you need to go to Union. I was like, okay, when? He's like, now. I said, I'm sorry, what? He's like, you're right now. Like, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 7, before I even knew it hit me. And I was like, okay, I don't have insurance. Like,
right.
what am I going to do? And I go over there, and I was like, I'm supposed to be here. And they're like, yeah, they called and sit down and do your labs and all that. I'm like, what is going on? Like, they're like, yep, don't eat or drink. And I didn't know what to ask because I was just so shocked.
That would be that would be take me back too. Like that would be scary.
Yeah. He comes in and they give you like the groovy stuff to make you chill and everything. I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah. He goes, so we're going to go. He goes, we'll know more when we get inside. He's like, but usually it's overnight, maybe.
So he's so blasé about emergency surgery on your spine the next day
calm.
with a 9-month pregnant wife.
Yeah. So they wheel you back there, and I was like, oh, I've never been back to one of these. This is kind of interesting. It's like a shotgun hallway, and there's a lot of metal things, and count to 10 backwards. Okay, 10, 9, wake up. What the just happened?
Yeah, like what the hell?
What happened? And I thought, he'd made the comment, you could be outpatient surgery, maybe overnight. That was what I thought. Because that's what he said.
I was gonna say that's what he said, right?
Yeah. And then the very first thing out of my mouth, I was like, yeah. When can I have sex?
Right.
And he
goes,
I'm sorry. And my wife's like, it's the anesthesia. Like
She was embarrassed. Is she a shy gal?
I didn't. No,
Oh, okay.
she ain't. No, not at all.
She sounds like
But
fun then. I like fun.
I didn't know I was saying it. I had no idea what I was
Oh.
saying. But so they kind of filled me in on that one later. But I was like, well, of course I would say that. Why wouldn't I say
Well,
that?
you love your wife. You wanted to.
I had no
be
idea.
close with her. You didn't want to wait.
So yeah, because at 9 months pregnant, that's what you want to do.
It
So
depends. It depends.
it depends, yeah. But so he said, here's what you got. We got in there. He's like, you had there's some pieces. We got it all kind of built, put back together the way they do the stuff. I don't know. He's like, you have some nerve damage, and I was just like, oh, okay. What's that mean? He's like, so we need to get you up and going.
Okay.
And I said, okay. And said, I was like, I can't really do this. Like I couldn't do, and like your leg don't feel like your leg, if that makes any sense. I was like,
So you got your MRI.
Yep.
And then you had your surgery.
Emergency surgery,
Nonetheless. Take it from there. Like, and then you asked you wanted to make sure you could have sex with your wife.
Yeah. No, part of it was like they got you out of the hospital bed on the hour every hour, and
How painful was that?
Oh, it was awful. Yeah, it was awful. And you walked the circle. You just walked the circle, the hallway, and then you just kept rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And it sucked. Like that
I'm
sucked.
sure it did.
Then I finally got discharged, went home, and it's awful. Like my wife, she had to bathe me, which most guys be like, dude, that's so hot. I'm like, yeah, a 9-month pregnant woman, that's what they want to do, is like,
right.
But she did it.
But you guys have each other's back. That's what marriage is.
She used to have to she had dress you and put your socks on.
Yeah.
I had one goal in life.
You learned she was the one really quick, and she had you right from the beginning.
And you were I was on a 5 pound, I was on a 1 pound weight restriction. And
wow.
My goal, all I wanted to do was hold my kid. Was when she was born, that was it. Like that was end goal. That's it. I worked my ass off so I had that one thing.
Beautiful treasure.
And I finally got cleared, and I got to hold her, and like that was like the moment for me. Going like I had to go through the shit, and I had to go through all this tragic shit to have a better appreciation for what's to become a dad.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, I'm like, the closest I've ever been with my wife. It isn't like the day we got married. It's when we became parents. Like you're never closer to that person you are at that moment in time. And that's like real life shit.
Yeah,
that's real stuff that you go through.
Being a parent is the greatest honor and gift that you can ever be blessed with in your whole life.
And people are like, you don't understand it because you haven't gone through it. Like when you go through it, you'll know. And you remember that.
It's a love you can't explain.
No. And the people see it and they're like, I get it now. I'm
How old is your daughter now?
She's 18.
What's her name? 18.
Delaney.
I love that name.
Yeah, we got a son named Deacon.
How old is he?
He's 16.
Are they close? Are they
yeah, they're super tight.
That's so
good. We're a super tight family.
That's fantastic. I love hearing that. I love hearing that.
Big deal.
Is there another story that you want to share really quick before you wrap up? And then I want to have you back because I know we talked about so many things. So would you want to come back sometime? We could do more. All right, sweet.
Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Thank you. So what are you up to nowadays? Like what's going on? Are you playing at all anymore?
I'm writing my own stuff, doing my own stuff. I teach. Actually, I've got my own private drum lesson studio, and
that's very cool.
Yeah, we've got about 24-ish students. Then I teach the percussion director down at Terre Haute South, and
nice.
So yeah,
look at you go
teaching and mentoring kids, and I absolutely love that. Like it's one of my favorite things to do is working with young adults and getting them to their goals. And I've got people that are my age that are taking lessons. Like they always want to do it.
Great.
So it's fun. I absolutely love it. It makes you it's not work. Like you
never work a day in your life, right?
Nope.
That's when you know that you're doing what you love. Yeah,
I love it so much.
That's a blessing in and of itself.
Yeah.
I'm not musically inclined whatsoever. I have no musical gifts whatsoever. But I'm a fan. I appreciate music. I love music. I didn't realize the difference between a drummer and a dope drummer until I watched this one average guy on screen doing a half screen with Travis Barker.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, because Travis is like amazing, and I could totally tell I could totally tell the difference. And I don't know names, but the Foo Fighters guy the drummer that passed.
What's his name? Chad. Oh, Foo Fighters.
Taylor Hawkins.
And then his son is just
his son is stupid.
He's a little starseed. Is total. Oh my god, it's amazing to watch, and it makes you cry your eyes out. What's your next?
I'll tell you one to go check out.
Sure.
The new Slipknot drummer. What's his name?
Eloy Casagrande.
Dude, that man.
Really?
Insane.
Okay.
The talent level is just insane.
I bet.
I got to see Slipknot before they blew up.
Yeah.
Like that was how we we opened for Linkin Park, we opened for Papa Roach, and that was like you had like a little demo, like because but it was on a cassette because CDs were expensive. You had to get the
Right.
CD and you'd buy a jewel case, and it had to be like labeled and all this stuff. And so a lot of artists they had cassettes, and they would have like a street team that you would send your shit to in different cities just to get people to just tape trade. Like that was
The
that was
good
how it
old
was.
days, you know.
And that's how you got into venues, and that was like how we got that. And I
Who
didn't
is-
know any of these bands, and like, and all of a sudden I'm like, who's this?
Who's the
They're-
best? Let's do a cliff. I want to do a cliffhanger with you. Leave
Okay.
people hanging for when you come back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What's the biggest person you ever worked with, or opened for, or met?
Biggest person?
Yeah, like the most famous person, but good or bad. Biggest dick, greatest person alive. Which one?
David Tutera.
I know that name. Who is that?
He is the wedding king of the world. Like
The
like,
wedding king.
Wedding king. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he does like Elton John did Elton John's wedding, like does like all the celebrities. Like
Oh,
he's the planner, the decorator, the designer. You want to book David's 50 grand.
seriously.
50 large.
That guy wears a lot of hats,
just
dude.
to talk.
Oh, and you worked with him?
Yeah, we were. Well, I went to. That was how I met Summer Watson. That's how I met Miri Benari. It's how I recorded with them. Was through David. Like he had a symposium, and I went to the Bermuda. That was the first one. And we're down there, and he's just like, "How's it going?" I got my picture with him and his husband. Like
You're
we're just chilling.
serious?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll send that shit to you. Like
Send it to me.
Yeah.
And we're gonna leave it with that because that's good. That's good dish, and I want to hear more
Yeah.
about that. I can't wait to have.
that's good.
I'll hit you up, and then I'll get you back on here for
Yeah.
sure.
That was good stuff.
Now all you have to do is say peace, love, and tree hugs.
Peace, love, and tree hugs, baby.
What's up, baby? All right. Thank you so much.